everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features a very good rushing offense. The Raiders lead the league in rushing TDs, and they'll go up against the Broncos, who will need to be stout up front.
It's a day, Larry, that fans in these parts will need to savor as we come to you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. In motion comes the tight end left. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They go again with Muhammad. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes are being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Now the former Gamecock, Spencer Lanning, on to punt it away. Only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line. So the D-line's going to spread out. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. A gain of 3, second down. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. off here to his running back. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. A little educational piece. I know a lot of people hear 3-4, 4-3, etc. Take us through the 4-3, Charles.
Okay, 4-3. 4 down defensive linemen, usually 2 defensive tackles, 2 defensive ends. Behind them, the 3 those are the linebackers. The middle linebacker, often known as the Mike, with 2 outside linebackers, the Sam and the Will. There's your 4-3.
Sam on the strong side, Will on the weak side. The first carry now for Doug Martin. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Washington, his first carry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And did he get in? No, they'll mark him down at the 1-yard line.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone as a former defender, you know it hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
Not only does it hurt, the laughter in film is going to be intense. You are going to get jumped on for not making it all the way to the end zone.
So they're operating in the red zone. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is knocked down from the side. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Second down, the ball on the 2 here, 2nd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Well, that turned out how they wanted. Run the toss play to the left side, go for that pylon, get in there.
And just being able to understand where the pylon was and sneak it in there, well done, well executed.
And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. And the tight end goes in motion left. On 3rd down, Lynch. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different in that position.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And to give this time to the tailback. There's some space here. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
The good old toss play, and this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side, but the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities, and they picked up really nice yardage.
They'll run. Martin. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
And thus far in this NFL season, no touchdown scored for him, and he's not going to get it on that play either.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Prater on to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Here's Muhammad. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. A well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now they'll run it on the toss. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now Paxton Lynch on 3rd and long. Henry's got it out on the left side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Spencer Lanning now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded inside the 5. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to maneuver. And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
First and 10, it's Lynch. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him. Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best. And keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game. The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Lynch. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Spencer Lanning now as he's on to punt for Denver. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is fielded in the end zone. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
They'll throw on first down with Lynch. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now Lynch on first down. He's going to go up top for the it. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. The final shot here before half for Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now a handoff here to his running back. Room here to run. And now look at him go. And all the way down to the 29. A big play that time for the Raiders. 46 yards on the ground. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Get down.
First down, here's the run with Martin. And a good hit there and knocked down hard. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here we go with 2nd and 7.
Tight end right. Down. 694. Switch.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
And this is the kind of day a running back dreams of. They keep handing him the ball, and he keeps taking it in for touchdowns.
Prater on to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. He stiff arms him. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So 2nd and 10 here.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one good for 14 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The Broncos on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Double tight, guys, double tight. We got 3, we got 3. All right, here we go. We got 3. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now.
Let's go. 3-19. Leopard.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Set. Blue 90.
On the carry, it's Muhammad. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
To throw is Lynch. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Caleb Brantley with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Back now in the East Bay. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's Spencer Lanning now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 18. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsar? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here telling us stretch this thing out a little bit?
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
And he's got some space here. A Raider first down, 17 yards. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Going to give this time to the tailback. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Washington fights off the defender. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Washington. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Kind of running there at your own risk against that 4-3 and that big line, aren't you?
Yeah, and I don't really run it against a good 4-3 team that well because I've got to get those guys on the move a little bit. If you're a static running team, meaning you just want to run it in the middle, you may have some trouble against good defensive tackles. That's what we just saw on that play. No gain.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And tough starting field position here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Lynch. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
3-19. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. The offense on third down tonight, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the shotgun, it's Lynch. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
I have to say that was a surprise call on 3rd and inches. I thought they'd try and run the football there, but you got to believe they thought they'd surprise the defense and pick up something downfield, but that one goes incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Here we go. Green 39.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Throw right side going to be taken in by Henderson. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it's a first down for the Broncos.
No. Check. Patriot. Hurry up. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
And now Lynch. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll run with Muhammad. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They've been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Lynch to throw. He's going to let it fly. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you it's not very good.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for Oakland, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Denver, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.